What you say? What you say, Liz? I can't even hear you.
Hear
I
me?
can't hear you.
No.
Now I can hear you.
Can
What
you hear me?
you pay your bill?
I paid it. Paid that thing, man. I paid that thing. I paid it,
Well,
man.
let's start now.
So look, man, we here. Stay winning holiday Thanksgiving edition. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about the turkey. Don't worry about the sweet potato pie. Don't worry about the collard greens.
You making me hungry.
Look at here, bro. Listen. If y'all have been working out all this year, don't worry about cheating. Okay, eat 3 pieces of sweet potato pie. Get you a slice of pound cake. Go on and eat you all that.
Go ahead.
You got listen. Forget the ham on Thursday. It's the ham sandwiches on Friday. Is what you want. You know what I'm saying?
Except I don't eat pork, but facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know how I go. Just throw that thing up in the roll. Give me some. You heard what he said. Welcome to Stay Winning, man. You're one of your hosts, Talib.
Curtis,
Listen,
slower hair.
yeah, buddy. We got football in the building. Here it come. We got some big games. We got one
Yeah,
trash
yeah,
game, and we
yeah.
got 2 good games. You know what I'm saying?
Can I talk a little bit about what's happening right now while we recording?
Yeah, please do.
I want people to know how much I love being here, having these conversations and
Got
recording.
it.
No, seriously,
Yeah.
I'm a diehard Knicks fan.
Yeah.
They playing the Mavs right now, and those that know that Jalen and Kyrie worked out this summer.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wish I could tune in, but I'll catch it later. I'd rather be here with you.
I
The
appreciate
other
it.
thing is Seton Hall women's team basketball playing USC right now.
Oh yeah. You already know Juju.
Juju,
Yeah.
yeah. And so let's go Pirates. I'll check that out later as well. Anyway, let's get back to this football. Thanksgiving, special day for sports, special day for the NFL, especially.
Yeah. So man, they start web results. I can show you know how you always got Siri talking mad junk, bro? Like, yo, if you don't tame her, you got to tame her, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I need to unplug devices. My bad.
God, bro. Yo, she wanted to be a part of this show for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir.
you know what's funny? To me, the very best game of Thanksgiving Thursday is the first
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, you gotta be tuned in. 12:30 Eastern time.
12:30, man, Chicago at Detroit, right? And listen, we both have been really, really like high on the Detroit Lions when it
Yeah.
comes to how good they were last year, and it's carried right on over to this year. And boy,
Yeah,
they
they
have
what?
been.
They made it to the conference finals last year,
They
right?
did. They did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They lost to the Niners in the NFC Championship game, man, and they had that game won. They had it won, and they let it slip away.
Yeah.
But boy, they have been putting on an offensive clinic all year long.
Yeah, they have. I mean, they putting up 50 something points,
And
almost 60.
they've been running over teams like they in college, man. So this is an important game for Chicago.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams, he's a rookie, right? So we're not going to put too much like pressure or stock in his rookie season. Now, granted, you have high expectations for a quarterback of his talent, but at the end of the day, the NFL is not college football.
Look, he had number one draft pick. He came in here to rescue a troubled organization.
Very true.
Organization might still be troubled. I mean, I can't imagine they fixed all of their problems just by drafting one person, but they've been playing decently. They've
Yeah,
been okay all
right,
season.
right.
But this is that time that I mentioned at the beginning of the year. Like, I expected Caleb to take some time to figure it out, get comfortable, and then turn it on. He got to turn it on now.
Listen, you're right? It's weird, right? Because if you want to say from just using 3 of the rookie quarterbacks in this draft class this year. So Jaden Daniels came out gunning, right?
Right.
He came out with a splash immediately, putting the world on notice. But these last 4 games, he's come back down to earth.
Yeah, ever since that injury, right? He had an
Correct.
injury, a
The
little bit,
rib
little
injury.
injury.
Correct. Right. But then Bo Nix started off slow for Denver, and now They done turned it around and they trending in the right direction. And Sean Payton got them boys playing well up in Denver. They're gonna be very tough out. They're gonna be a tough team to beat with that defense and with him kind of into his, into his rookie season, pushing
Now
for that rookie of the year.
these last 4 games, he's been able to play against a couple of teams from the NFC South.
Yes, I believe so.
And Sean Payton came from the NFC South.
They be kicking they behind, kicking they
Yeah.
behind, bro.
So I don't know
Good
if
night.
it's Bo Nix or if it's Sean Payton showing off.
Probably a little bit of both, a little bit of both.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
now we got, we at that 11 game mark where this back stretch of 6, 7 games is where you hope the first 10 is where Caleb Williams kind of got his rookie bumps and bruises and the game starts to slow down for him and he can start doing what they projected him to be for that organization. I just think it's going to be a tough task. You're
oh, it
going
is.
into Detroit
Yep.
and them jokers are rolling right now. So I do not expect Chicago to win this game. And I I don't. I mean, like, if you betting, right, and you got money to waste, sure, put it on the Bears. Like, it's a long shot, no problem.
Yeah,
But the way that Detroit play, they playing at home, it's a rivalry game, it's division game. Man, these
yeah,
jokers are coming out here to embarrass the Bears. And I don't think they're going to embarrass them because it is a division game. I just
yeah,
think
yeah,
I think they still beat them somewhere between 7 and 10 points, man.
yeah.
I
Isn't
don't
it
think
weird?
Chicago can keep up with that offense, man.
Isn't it weird how you can have a team as dominant as the Lions going out here destroying everybody, but when they're playing a divisional opponent, you expect it to all come down to earth and to be like a really competitive game.
Correct.
No matter how great the Lions have been and how mid the Bears have been, we're like, divisional game, so this is probably going to be a lot closer than people expect.
Correct. Correct. And listen, nobody will be like shocked if the Bears win on a late second field goal. Nobody will be because it is a divisional game. And no
Yeah.
matter what what the teams look like, they always play each other tough when you playing in your division. It's just what it is.
So I have Jared Goff as tied for number 2 in the offensive player of the year in the NFL right now,
Behind who?
behind Saquon Barkley and tied with Derrick Henry.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that at all.
And
Not mad at that at all.
yeah, I mean Saquon is on target to break single season records for scrimmage yards and rushing yards.
Right. Right.
So I mean, he got to be in the conversation. And
Yeah.
by the way, for those that really rock with us, go back and check out our short that we did like last year about Saquon's contract and how we called out the hypocrisy that this man was in the top like 30 in the NFL as far as his rating, but his salary was like 198th.
Yeah. Yeah. It was bad. It was bad. And
Check it
we're
out.
gonna get on them lonely trash teams at the in the back end of this episode. We don't even want to talk about
We
them
don't
right
want to
now.
talk about it right now, but
But
Jared
who
Goff
you got winning this
being
game, man? How you think Caleb gonna look?
yeah.
You know what I mean? What you think, man?
Yeah, so I do think that Caleb has to turn up, right? He has to now take that leap from being this rookie, woe is me, I'm a number 1 draft pick, rookie quarterback. I need time to develop. You've had your time. This is the game. You want to make a name for yourself this season? You want to make a jump in the offensive rookie ratings? This is the game to get it done. And I think the secret to getting it done is use DJ more, and 2, Rome Odunze, another rookie, but a rookie who can do big things, and he's in that starting lineup for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
get them going. Your rushing game has been great. Caleb has been good.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
let's get those receivers off.
You know, it's
Pause.
funny, man. It's funny because I don't think that the Bears defense is bad. I think the Bears defense is really good, right? The problem is if you're giving Detroit too many opportunities to score, you're not going to be able to keep up with them. You know, when you got a great offense like Detroit has, sure, you get a 3-and-out, or you hold them to a field goal. That's a win, right? But
Yeah,
if you not putting points on the board and you going 3-and-out, so you whatever, you're not going to keep that offense down for 4 quarters. You have to put
yeah.
up points. And I think that is going to be something that Caleb has got to do. Maybe you need to use your legs a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To keep
I
them
feel like you,
honest, you know?
I feel like you just hit something that like you touched on something that's probably like a great key to this game. Slow it down.
Absolutely.
Slow it down. Like time of possession. Use the time. Take your time. Get first downs. Get up the field. Put points on the board.
Hmm.
But as long as you take your time, you might have a good chance
Yeah,
because with the amount of points Detroit has been putting up, it seems like they like to go and go fast. They like, two big plays on every drive, then they punching it in the end zone.
yeah. They gas
Slow
you.
them down.
Yeah, they gas you.
Slow them
15
down.
yards here, 19 yards there. And then they put them two running backs. Gibbs hit you for a nice 12 to 15 yard gain. Montgomery punching in the end zone. They done took three
That's right.
minutes. They took 3 minutes off the game clock, and they already got 7 points. It's like, yo, what's going
That's right.
what's
That's
going
right.
on?
Slow them down.
Yeah,
Frustrate them. Make them
yeah,
play. Make them play a 7 to 8 minute per possession type of game.
yeah,
And I think that gives them a shot. That's probably why these divisional opponents, these divisional games be so close anyway. Like they know this type of stuff.
yeah. No, I agree. I got Detroit. I got Detroit winning something like 27-20, 27-17, something like that. They win by a touchdown or 10 points. I'm anticipating that. I just think that
Yeah,
their offense is just too dominant, and I don't know if Caleb at this rate, it's not that he's not capable, but I think at this rate, the light might be not said too bright, but this is a big game and it's different. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I think Detroit one ups them this time, and keep the train rolling, man. I do.
yeah. I'm gonna say I don't know that Chicago can keep them under 30. So
Yeah,
Detroit 35 and Chicago 21.
yeah. You got about two
I don't.
touchdowns. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't. I think divisional games are close, but I think that these two teams are in very different places, and we'll see. Look, a 14-point smacking by Detroit is nothing like what they did to some of these other teams when
no,
they
I
beat
agree.
them, 50 something to a single
6.
touchdown.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. No, I agree. So now look, man. The funny thing is 3 of the NFC North teams are playing on Thanksgiving, right?
yeah,
So we got a South Miami, South Florida team and the Dolphins coming up to the frozen tundra and playing at Lambeau.
yeah,
Now, this game is going to be extremely competitive, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Because the Dolphins have been hitting their stride right now.
yeah,
Tua's
for sure.
healthy, and boy, he is darting these jokers up, boy. And they are the fastest team in the NFL for a reason. And if you miss, hey man, kickoff team out there, it's a touchdown, man. So Jordan Love listen, for whatever reason, the Green Bay Packers, they always got a gunslinger. That joker is gonna sling the football. He gonna take chances. It's a boom or bust with Jordan Love.
Right. What do you do? What do you do when your speed is slowed down by the snow?
You pray that your running
When
game is actually working.
your running game relies on speed too.
Yeah, but you would hope that you can pound the rock, to kind of at least give your team momentum on offense. Like the one thing about any sports is if you got momentum and you got a rhythm, then even though you're not able to break those 25, 30, 40, 50 yard gains, them little 5, 10, 15 yard gains, they add up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And no, you may not be as fast, but when you start wearing down the defense with those kind of gains, they miss and it turns into a 40-yard touchdown, a 50-yard touchdown. You get what I'm saying? So you just want to be in rhythm. You know what I mean? It's in all sports. You want to be in a rhythm. If Miami's in a rhythm They're tough to beat. They got all the little gadget plays to keep you honest. But if they are out of sync, they get beat handily. And that's the part that's weird. It's like when they in sync, they win or they compete at least. But when they out of sync, you be like, I don't know what Dolphins team showed up here. They must be back in Miami somewhere. So this game is a little bit more tougher to pick. To me,
Not for me.
uh, I don't know, man. I listen. Green Bay needs this. They both need a win.
They do.
Miami can't fall too far behind Buffalo right now. You know what I mean? And for playoff reasoning, in my opinion, for playoff seeding, you're going to have Pittsburgh, you're going to have Baltimore coming out of the AFC North. That's a guarantee. You're going to have Buffalo, right? And then it get real Kansas City. All right, so you know you got
Right.
4 teams, right? And those everybody's all jumping together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you really got to figure out. You got to come up with these wins, and a loss to an NFC opponent will hurt them in a long run when it comes to overall record. You know what I mean? So Miami needs this win a little bit more, in my opinion, than the Green Bay Packers
There's no chance to them catching Buffalo. It's unlikely that they're going to catch Buffalo in terms of
of
the
record.
seeding in the division.
Yeah.
I, look, they need the win. I don't think they get it against
Uh-huh.
Green Bay. I think that there are a couple of things against them. One, they are a team that's built for speed. They're like, if you go to Miami, if you go to South Beach and you go to the ritzy part and you just watch the cars that are driving by, they
Yeah.
like those. They
Yeah.
like the Lambos, the Ferraris. You listen to a Rick Ross song, they like all of the stuff that Rick Ross named. But now you're taking those cars and you're taking them up to Green Bay, Wisconsin, industrial city,
Mm,
lake effect.
mm,
You got snow, it's cold. Yeah,
mm,
those cars don't run the same.
mm.
They're
No.
likely to be found on the road, side of the road somewhere.
Stuck.
Yeah, they don't go the same. And then you got Jordan Love, who not only can do it with his arm, but he can do it with his feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got Josh Jacobs running out the backfield. So I take Josh Jacobs, a power runner, over those two speedsters or they got three
Yeah.
good running backs in Miami now, but over the speedsters that they got coming out of the backfield.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like I thought Tua, I was thinking like to myself, like Tua is probably the dark horse in this. Like he could be the reason why Miami does win,
Yeah.
but he also has to throw the ball against Xavier McKinney in that secondary.
And the conditions, because you know it's gonna be cold. You already know it's gonna be cold.
Right, right. So I think it's going to be tough for them. They got to overcome a lot in order to win this. Not saying they can't do it. I think it's unlikely. I got Green Bay winning this game. I'll give Green Bay 24, and I'll give Miami 17.
I got Green Bay. Miami needs to win. But
Hmm.
the point that you make is very, very true. Man, you run that power run game behind Josh Jacobs and you play action with Jordan Love with them they got big receivers too. They don't have the big fast ones, but they got big receivers.
Yeah,
I
they
got
built for
Green
Green
Bay
Bay.
24-21. I'm pulling it out, man. 24-21. I got Green Bay winning. So we'll see. Miami can
Yeah,
win, but it's you got to give the home team at least the favorite at least the 3 points, in my opinion, for being the home team. So, yeah, I
yeah.
got Green Bay.
I like that. That's the late game too. That's
Yeah,
the
that's
that's the
8:20
the
game.
8:20
Yeah,
Eastern
yeah,
time
8:20
game.
Eastern time.
That's
Yep, 8:20
that's
Eastern.
after dessert, right around the time when I'm getting my third or fourth plate.
Yep,
Yeah.
and yep,
So
that fourth or fifth drink, you're gonna be leaned over. Come on, Tua. Speech slurred. Tua, Tua.
yeah, I'm probably gonna be asleep before that game ends. Wait, that's
Boy. And then the primetime trash teams.
we gotta talk about this.
We have to. We got
Okay.
to.
All right.
So look,
Only
right?
because I love y'all. Only
Listen,
because I love y'all.
look. The only positive thing in New York City right now is the Knicks. All
Let's
right.
go Knicks.
And the only positive thing in Texas is Wemby. And well, no, not true. Because Luca, Kyrie, and Wemby. So Texas is all right. And Houston ain't playing too bad either. But them doggone Cowboys, you know what? You know what this is? I know what this is. The Giants and the Cowboys are auditioning for Dion and Shador. That's what they doing. That's
I
what
don't.
this is.
I think.
This is an
I think
audition.
The Cowboys are auditioning. I don't think the Giants are.
These jokers, boy, they are laying the red carpet out for Dion. I'm trying to tell you. Look, hey man, come and help. Okay, we suck.
He got more wins than both of these teams this season so far.
Look, man,
Right?
I
I
don't
think
even want to.
Dion got 6 wins, right? And the
No,
Cowboys got five.
I think they're a seven win team right now.
The
Yeah,
Cowboys
seven
got
and
five.
three. They 7-3.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
7-3.
Cool.
But man, listen, because of the quarterback situation in New York, with what they just got, whatever they just did, right? Here's the part that's funny. We got two backup quarterbacks playing,
Whatever they
right?
just did. It's like
Whatever
Cooper
they just
Rush,
did, that's what they did. They did it.
actually former second string who was demoted or skipped over is now starting.
The
Drew Lock
team,
is starting.
the team that should win is Dallas,
Yeah, I
right?
agree.
Only because Micah Parsons should wreak havoc.
Nah, that's not the only reason they should win, but yeah, he's part of it.
Yeah. All right. The Cowboys are so bad, in my opinion. Now I don't know what happened last week. They
They
they played
won.
out of their mind last week, and
They
still
beat
look
Dallas.
look they played out of their mind and still almost gave the game away.
No,
With
no,
the
no, no, no. They didn't almost get a game away, man. They were supposed to lose.
yes sir, see what I'm saying? This is why we stay winning because they should have lost that stuff. They had the game won and gave it right back to the Commanders.
And then they won. One of those teams was good. And then the other one won the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the game that you have on that you're not paying attention to.
This
Okay?
is when you get that first, second, and maybe a part of the third play going.
That's right. This is when you go outside, go ahead and get a little cold, fresh air. You know what I mean? You talk to your neighbor and you be like, what's
Your
the score?
family, man.
Hey,
It's
what's the score of the
Thanksgiving.
game?
Right. Exactly.
That's
You
what you
talk to
do.
your family. Your family's there. That's
Yeah.
why this game is on. The NFL did us a solid. Said, hey, spend more time with your family.
Look, man, I don't know what's going on in New York.
I'll explain to you. I'll break it down to you right now, real quick.
Who getting fired?
Let me tell you. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. That's a good question.
Who getting
So
fired?
the big question is like, do the Giants need to move on from their GM? Do they need to move on from their head coach? Do they need to move on from both? And it's tough, man. I do think that Sheen came in, and the GM, he came in and inherited a tough situation, right?
Yeah.
The previous GM, Gettleman, had made some questionable picks, some questionable choices. All of them, all of those choices have been questions, right? Before and after Sheen got there. And so Gettleman was the one who drafted Saquon with the number 2 pick
Right.
instead of getting like the guard that came out of Notre Dame, who
Mm-hmm.
was
Yeah, Quentin Nelson.
Quentin Nelson, thank you,
Hmm. Yeah.
who is like the for sure Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's the first ballot.
We got Saquon instead, right? And then we got Daniel Jones because of our draft position, so we couldn't get a quarterback. So with the 6th pick, we took Daniel Jones because he was the best quarterback in college by the numbers when under pressure. Because we knew our offensive line was crap, so we got Daniel Jones, and Daniel Jones and Saquon did what they could for many seasons, for 5 seasons together to carry the Giants' offense. They had their best years under Pat Shermer when the Giants had the number one offense in the division. And shortly after that, the Giants decided to fire Pat Shermer because he wasn't producing enough wins. A couple of coaches later, here we are, right? With the choice of signing Saquon or Daniel Jones, our current GM, Sheen, made the decision to sign Daniel Jones to a pretty big contract at that time, and franchise Saquon. So we kept him for a year, and then he didn't sign Saquon, and we let Saquon go. And Saquon is now my number one option for or pick for Offensive Player of the Year, if not MVP of the NFL this season, because he's running behind a great line on a team that has fantastic blocking schemes and he's showing you every tool on his tool belt, including that reverse hurdle. He embarrassed that defender the way that the Giants embarrassed themselves for letting him lead.
So the
So
thing,
yeah, go ahead, go ahead. What you gonna say?
this is why everybody should be fired.
Yeah,
Not only did we make the wrong choice, the right choice went to a division rival and potentially has the opportunity to break NFL records on our division rival.
yeah.
Just on that alone, you're fired.
Well, maybe. I'll tell you what I think saves his job.
Okay,
Saves Sheen in this situation. The Giants are so far behind the Eagles when it comes to personnel.
that's
There
true.
was no way the Giants were going to be able to produce a team that could block the way that the Eagles block and allow Saquon the space that he gets now.
Correct.
Right. So that wasn't going to happen. So we knew Saquon was this good. And now we can look at Gettleman's choice and say, maybe he got it right.
Yeah.
But all of those years when Saquon was getting beat up in the backfield because we couldn't block for him, when he wasn't gaining the yards or when he was getting injured, we questioned Gettleman left and right. Like as fans, like come on, man, like Gettleman shouldn't have selected this guy so high. You never take a running back that high. You heard it over and over again.
Right.
This is the season I hope Saquon is able to show them. But he's already I'm already convinced that he should have been that he is the type of running back that you take with the number 2 pick if you have a chance. He's that
Absolutely.
special.
Yeah.
I hope that others are convinced as well. He doesn't have to show me anything else, right? Like this season has been great for him. I'm happy for him. I can't say that I'm happy for the Eagles because I'm not an Eagles fan by any stretch.
Right.
I'm happy for Saquon. I am going to continue rooting for him for this season.
Yeah.
But my team does need to get better. Like the Giants are in a bad place, and I think the reason why Dable's job is in question right now is because he is so close to losing the locker room.
You don't think he lost the locker room?
No,
Okay.
no, I don't think he lost it yet.
Okay.
But I think he's very close to losing it. I think that he actually was terrible last year. A lot of players complained and said, Dable was not being accountable and things of that nature, which are the worst things to hear about a leader.
Yeah.
This year, I think he took steps to hold himself accountable. He decided to be the play caller. So now that our offense has struggled, he's he has a lot more to do with those struggles than he did last season. You can't
Yeah.
look at the offensive coordinator anymore. Now
Yeah.
we're looking at Dable going, what's going on here?
Right.
Another issue we have this season, wasn't that Daniel Jones was terrible, the quarterback. He wasn't terrible. We also had drops. We had big time drops
Mm-hmm.
from our receivers. So we gotta figure that out. Did we draft the right receivers, or what are the reasons behind some of these big time drops? Because we'll be in the game late in the fourth quarter. We need a big play. Daniel Jones put the ball on the money. Our receivers will drop the ball. We got to clean that up. So if Dable can clean it up, if we believe he's the guy to clean it up, that might save his job. But the other thing that might save his job is I don't think I don't think the Mara family want to be looked at as one of those teams that is so rotten on the inside that it doesn't matter who you get in these roles. They're just going to fail.
Yeah.
So you've got to show some success with somebody.
Yeah.
The way you do that is you produce decent results. They don't have to be perfect. But you stick with these guys because the coaches and the GMs, the front office personnel, they're developing just as much as the players on the field are.
Yeah. True. True.
So you just gotta give them time. That's how I look at it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, am I happy that we're in the place we are? No. Like
Right.
this is bad. But Dable correctly identified Jaden Daniels as a quarterback that we should try to go get in the draft. We just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Right. He also said Drake May. That's to be seen. He's not bad. Like
Right.
Drake May's not
Yeah.
bad.
He's
So
playing okay.
that's
He's playing okay.
yeah. So that's still to be seen.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're gonna get fired. I think that they'll both survive this season. But Daniel Jones has already found a new home, Minnesota. He is now the backup quarterback for another great team in the NFC North.
And both of the quarterbacks that are on the Minnesota Vikings now come from the New York football teams.
Absolutely. And the crazy thing is, I think Daniel Jones is better than Sam Darnold, but we don't have to worry about that. As long as Sam Darnold is healthy and producing results, Daniel Jones won't take the field, but he has a
Correct.
good shot at making the playoffs, potentially winning the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
and then he'll figure out his situation next year and where he wants to be longer term.
Yeah. 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 I agree. I mean, that's a mess in New York. We don't need to dive into no more why it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a dumpster fire. Man, Lord have mercy. And to me, Dallas is no different. The only difference between the Giants and the Cowboys is that the person that's pulling the strings is always on the freaking TV running his mouth.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, that's a part of it.
I tell you
That's a
what
part of
though.
it.
I tell you what is gonna happen though. Mike McCarthy, go ahead and put your house up for sale,
Yeah.
pack your bags. You are cooked, you baked, and they took you out the oven. You ain't making it to next season. So
You don't
just
think he gets
no. He don't get
pass
no pass.
because
Nope.
I mean,
Not because Dak has been hurt. Nope. And the reason why is because a lot of people felt that he should have been fired last year
why?
because he keep losing to the same team in the same round.
Well,
So, and guess what? They still ain't beating him. They ain't beat him in
who's
the
that?
regular
Yeah,
season, the Niners. They just
yeah.
ain't beating them. So you, in my opinion, what the Cowboys are getting ready to do is going to be crazy. All right. They're gonna fire Mike McCarthy. They're gonna trade Dak Prescott. They're gonna draft Shador, and they're gonna hire Deion Sanders. And Deion Sanders and Shador Sanders will be the first father and son coach and player in the NFL. It's about history because it's all business with Jerry Jones, and that's good business.
So
So
you like this Lakers playbook that they're reading out of. I
listen,
got you.
man.
I see when it's
Listen,
your
we
team.
what we call NBA and NFL, we really need to call it the WWE because it ain't nothing but sports entertainment at this point.
Don't look. I think Jerry Jones is thinking to himself, and so is Mara in New York. They're thinking to themselves, nobody wants to show up for a good team of nobodies.
Correct.
Like
Correct.
these stories are the reasons why we show up. The reason to
Business.
watch this dumpster fire of a game
Business.
is one to see how trash the Giants look, two to see how good the Cowboys are without Dak since they won last week.
Right.
Like it's time to check that out. This is a very sort of um, uh, highly sort of touted divisional rivalry.
Yeah, it's always a rivalry game.
This is the reason why they're on
Yep.
Thanksgiving, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
so I mean, all of those stories are the reasons to tune in.
Absolutely.
Now, I would say like I'm a Giants fan, so I can tell you all of the great things about the Giants. But if you're not a Giants fan, you're wondering why should you watch this game? The Giants have a rookie running back who's special.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not Saquon special, but he's special in his own right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tracy Tyrone.
Yeah.
Check him out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Check him out. Like
Hey
tune
man.
in and
Hey,
see how he moves.
you
Michael
right.
Parsons is special,
Oh, he
but
boxed
he's
off. He boxed
hey,
offense. Yeah, you
hey.
can't take your eyes off of number 11 because he will wreck the game immediately. Wreck the game
And the
plan.
and the crazy thing is we have one quarterback who's been with the team all season that's going to be ready to go for this game for
Right.
sure.
Right.
We might have Tommy DeVito. We don't know yet. He got hurt last game, and after that we got Boyle, who we just signed. And so if Micah knocks one of these quarterbacks out the game, man, I might have to suit up. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you
I'm
you
ready.
you you. Hey, look. Hey, the Niners had to play with Christian McCaffrey in the playoff game, so it's
That's
very
true.
possible. You know what I mean? But man,
That's
I
true.
listen. I do not care about this game. I do not care about either one of these franchises at the moment. Okay,
Right, right.
I'm gonna be enjoying my banana pudding at this time.
Wait,
Okay,
who making banana pudding?
don't even matter who making it. I'm gonna be eating it. You know what I'm saying?
Have your own pocket banana pudding with you?
I'm gonna be eating it, brother. I promise you. This game don't even make you mad. You can't even get mad at the TV with this game because you be like, y'all suck. Like, at the end of the
Yeah.
day, this is just trash. You know what I'm saying? Y'all getting paid for nothing. You know what I mean? That's how
Yeah.
I feel about it. But Dallas wins 21-20.
All right, that's fair.
Dallas wins 21-20.
Let me see. Dallas, no running game.
Mm-mm.
Got a quarterback that's starting to figure it out in Cooper Rush, and we've
Mm-hmm.
seen Cooper Rush be good before, so
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not it's not
Yeah.
it's not it's not far fetched
Yeah.
that he can put up some points. The Giants defense, if once you're in the red zone, you're basically in the end zone. 21 is a good number for them. 21-6, Dallas wins.
Okay. Yeah. I got
I
it.
can't bank on this offense putting up not even a single touchdown right now. We couldn't do it with Daniel Jones this season, and he's much better than the quarterbacks that have
Yeah.
been playing behind him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So until the Giants prove to me that they like that, I'll give them 6 points.
All right. So before we finish off this show, I'm gonna throw a little quick question at you. Tell me. I want you to tell me what you think. Just thought about this, right? Because we've talked about this in the past. We talked about the state of the running backs in the NFL. We just gave Saquon Barkley tons of flowers with the possibility of breaking records. Is it possible that Joker in Baltimore, King Henry, and Saquon Barkley both reached the 2,000 mark this year?
Yeah, I think it's possible. I think it's possible that could happen. I mean, didn't it happen before when
I don't know if two players have ever reached the 2,000 mark in the same season. No, I don't think that's ever happened.
so when AP set the record
No,
for all-time rushing?
no. Eric Dickerson has the record still. AP fell
Okay, AP came
7 yards
close.
short. Yep.
That's right, he came close. But when he was pursuing the record that season, was LaDainian Tomlinson also in the league? Was he close?
Not from rushing. LaDainian
Just
Tomlinson
scrimmage
had
yards?
all-purpose scrimmage yards. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Right.
So it
Yeah,
would be
yeah,
the first time in history that two running backs actually rush for 2,000 yards. I think it's very possible with the way
yeah,
both of those teams play. They're 1-2 respectively right now in rushing. Saquon has a slight edge in
yeah,
rushing right now, but with like 7 games to go, either one of those running backs could run off 200 yards in any game at any given time.
yeah.
I'll
It
say
would
it
be,
doesn't happen, but I'll say one of them will get to, and one of them will get like 19 and some change.
yeah. I could see that. And look, either way, even if they got up there, it would be asterisk because they're playing a 17 game schedule now, not
True,
a 16 game schedule. So
true,
you
very,
know
very true.
everybody will have something to say.
Yeah, you know they
So
will. You know they will. You know they
yeah,
will. So guys, listen, we want to have you have a safe Thanksgiving. Enjoy the football games, enjoy the food, but most importantly, you got to stay winning. All right?
I stay winning. I'm winning, I stay winning. I did it, I stay winning. I'm winning, Never losing. I'm winning, Or caught slipping.